But what the Rambam was saying is that they are not to be worshipped. There is a whole psyop out there now. It's very elaborate, and they're blasting it all over creation, or at least this little corner of it, and trying to make us believe that celestial beings or aliens arrived on this planet and made us believe that they're God, and they are actually the gods. And we're supposed to believe that what it is to be godlike is to have a higher level of technology than we have. And already in the year 1160, the Rambam came and said, don't you believe it? Yes, there are celestial beings. There are angels. He didn't expressly say aliens, but what's written here, it's very, very clear. When he says anything that's made from the four elements, he's talking about created beings. They are not God, and they're not to be taken for God. Somebody brought up a very good critique of something that I said. I really appreciate it, and I went through my messages and I couldn't find it, and I hope that this person hears this. They said, well, it's the UN's program to bring in a one-world religion. Jews say that everybody should follow the 7 laws of the children of Noach. Isn't that a one-world religion? It's an excellent question. The answer is yes, it is a one-world religion. But it's not the one-world religion that the UN is trying to bring about. It is the original one-world religion. These are the basic laws that all humanity have to follow. And when I'll read them to you, you will see that they are very, very general. They're extremely general. These are just the basic laws of morality, the basic laws of being a human being that's fit to be called a human being. And they leave room for a tremendous amount. In fact, they have to be fleshed out and filled in, and there's a lot of room for nuance. There's a lot of room for individual expression, and they fairly beg people to go beyond those laws, to do even more. These are the basics. The first is a prohibition of idolatry. A person shall not have any idols before God. That means no Jesus Christ. That means no Buddha. That means no aliens that are they convinced us with their high technology that they were really God. That means no gold. That means whatever people attribute powers to other than the master of all worlds, the master of creation, God, the God of Israel. The second prohibition is a prohibition on murder. A third prohibition is the prohibition of theft. The first meaning of the order of theft is kidnapping. To kidnap a human being literally takes one's what we call tzelem Elokim, our godly image, away. You will be removed from the godly image for doing something like that. The second understanding of theft is simple theft. Thou shalt not steal. The fourth prohibition is sexual promiscuity. What that means is you shall not engage in any of forbidden sexual practices, which include adultery, incest, bestiality, and male homosexual intercourse. Yes, Jewish law does not forbid female homosexual intercourse. It doesn't encourage it, but it doesn't forbid it. Why? Because the very first commandment that was given to this world is for all living beings, be fruitful and multiply. That commandment is on the male, not on the female. And so male homosexuality is forbidden. Prohibition of blasphemy. You shall not blaspheme God's name. The sixth law is a dietary law. It is absolutely forbidden to rip a part of a living animal off and eat it. Most people today don't like rip a leg off a sheep or a goat or something like that and eat it. It evidently was done at one time, but there are people who, for instance, rip open clams while they're still alive and just like squeeze a little lemon juice on them and eat them. That's what's being talked about. You don't do that. You don't tear something off of an animal and eat it. The last of the 7 commandments for all of the children of Noach is the requirement to have just laws. We are commanded to have effective judiciaries to enforce laws in the land and to truly be just. In the Israeli Supreme Court, they're famous for saying that these are not houses of justice, these are houses of law. That's not the way it's supposed to be. A court is supposed to be a house of justice, and based on just laws, not just any old laws, and that's the way it's really supposed to be. And so, yes, this is a one-world religion. All human beings who are created in the image of God, in order to retain the image of God and not to be reduced to some kind of a subhuman being, are required to follow these laws. Male homosexuals are not going to like what I just said. Tough tits. That's the way it is. I'm going to be providing links to what I've referred to in this video. I'll be happy, of course, to entertain questions and comments and criticisms and nasty grams to the best of my ability. Thank you for listening.